Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel. Welcome to those of you who are new here. Welcome to those of you seasoned veterans of what we do around here. What we do around here is bring about conversations of a psychological, mental health, emotional paradigm shift. We do that on a consistent basis several times per week, usually, sometimes more, sometimes a little less. In any event, if you are looking for coaching in terms of dating, which is something I do, relationship, also something I do, change in behavior, change in habit, kind of breaking your subconscious things that are killing you off, would love to be of assistance to you. And ultimately would be a benefit. There are a couple ways to do that. You can reach out through the at PO Perception Twitter account, or you can do that through here on YouTube, and in the About Me section, my contact information's there. So, dating for an introvert, interesting challenge. Obviously, introverted people are people who are socially uncomfortable in large social situations, or situations that make them have to be kind of more out there and more vulnerable. So, the first thing to do in that situation is don't assume that you know or think you know, or try to figure out what a person feels or thinks about you without asking questions. So introverts tend to get into their mind quite a bit. Introverts tend to get ahead of themselves quite a bit, and this is because they're always thinking about what could be, might be, should be, and then ultimately what they actually know versus what truly is can be quite different from each other. Um, you know, ultimately there's challenges going that way, and I mean, there's challenges there. It can be difficult to stay out of your head, but we don't know until we ask. We don't know until we understand. We don't know until we learn communication styles, and so it can be challenging to get out of ourselves and ask the questions, do the right things. And the next is be yourself. If you're quiet and introspective, don't try and force yourself to be something you're not. Eventually, keeping that up is ultimately out of the way. Um, and there are challenges as it relates to finding a way to be yourself in a new social setting. There are, you know, difficulties there when we go um, in the direction of trying to anticipate or trying to be what we believe another person that will understand us. We got to be able to understand how to relate with others before we get anywhere. And ultimately, things go back in a direction that it's like, hey, I'm comfortable with me. If you're not, that's cool. Next is dress for comfort. So don't necessarily dress up if the heels you're wearing, or the dress you're wearing, or the jeans you're wearing are too tight. If you're wearing something that makes you uncomfortable because you dated someone before with it and that relationship didn't work, there's a million reasons not to freak yourself out or not to force yourself into uncomfortable situations with how you dress or how you present yourself. So be as authentic and real as you possibly can. The next is find things to focus on that make sense, even if it's your breathing if you get nervous, even if it's your ability to find topics, which is the next point. Go in with a few, 3 to 5, three predetermined topics that you're comfortable talking with people about. This can be helpful because during the lulls in conversation, when you feel like you should be making more progress in that way, when you should be connecting on a deeper level, when you should be making a value there, bring your sunglasses. In other words, shield yourself if you feel uncomfortable, but also have real faith in your ability to connect with another person and make a difference for them. Just because it doesn't happen immediately doesn't mean it can't happen. And so that can be valuable as well. The next thing to think about is use music as a way to calm yourself down before you go on your date, and also music even as a topic. If you don't know how to feel, see if the person has the same music interest as you. Share a song with them that has meaning to you and use it as a conversation starter. Make sure that you know how to express what you're feeling, both the positive and negative, in a way that makes sense. Don't worry about judgment, because if a person's going to judge you completely, they're not necessarily for you. And above all else, just be you and know that out there somewhere in a world full of 7 billion people, there's at least one person that will accept you where you are. So until next time, keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Until next time, everybody.